position with a plan B, which was travel and some other areas. But we were able to add the income that you can earn your market share of the $8.3 billion travel industry to our income stream. And guess what? Plan B replaced Plan A. What say you, Chantel?
I say we're doing what we love now, and we are keeping a positive mindset. And no matter what's going on in life, because life is going to continue to happen. So when you wake up in the morning, even as a family, as a people, our family already knows we're going to put on passion. We're going to put on happiness. We're going to put on positive speaking, life building, speaking life words to each other in the home first. And then we're going to reach out to our teams and do the same. So literally, we're finding with the right people, with the right mindset, with the right tools, which are positive, and we're building upon that. So I'm very excited about that. Back over to you, Laura.
You know, Laura, the fortunes in this nation in this world have been made during these times for those who have the vision to see it. Back to you, Laura.
You're right. They absolutely have. And I was just thinking the one other thing we all have in common here, we're all Air Force veterans, military veterans. And a lot of people that know me know that's why I do what I do. I lost my husband 15 years ago. We never had all that time to travel. We always thought we'd have tomorrow, and we didn't have it. And now I need to make sure that I get Dakota retired so that, we can travel and race, enjoy our lives, and help others, because life's too short not to. And life is really too short to get wrapped around the axle about this. So staying positive is very, very important. We know our founders and our company, we've been through this a number of times. And the one thing I love is, the heart of the company and the integrity that they have. And I'm sure there's other things that the founders have done that you all appreciate. So Mariano, what can you say about as far as the company and how we've weathered through this before?
Laura, I'm glad that you brought that up, because I'll tell you that when Rick introduced me to this opportunity way back in 2004 or 5, I had just been let off or fired, if you will, by another opportunity who didn't have the integrity, who didn't have leadership at the top that cared about the people in the field. So when, as I was looking for another opportunity, I knew that in this industry, it was the best way to make, whatever money you wanted. You controlled all that. But the big question I had for Rick, and if he remembers this, I didn't care about the compensation plan. I wanted to know who owned the company and what kind of people they were, because the previous experience that I had, they had none of that. They don't have anything like what our founders have, in the fact that, they're men of God, and they mean what they say, and they do what they believe in. But the most important part, I think, aside from that, is that they were representatives just like us in the field. So they know exactly what we're going through and the trials and tribulations that we go through, because they've done it. They're not some corporate types that all they care about is the bottom line of the dollar. They generally care for us, and some of the sacrifices that they have made to help us during some difficult times, you'll never see, or very few other CEOs or owners of companies will do what they have done. And that's exactly why I joined this adventure, because I knew that they were men of integrity, and they not only meant what they said, but they do what they say. And more often than not, it comes out even better than what they say they're going to do. So, yeah, their track record is impeccable, and all the accomplishments that they've made are off the charts. So, hopefully some people will see some of the briefings that we'll do, or presentations, to show you some of those stats, because they're just, like I said, off the charts.
Yeah, all very good points. And I love that about them too. We have absolutely never missed a check. And when it came to that giving time, last year we nominated a family, and they made sure that family was able to go away on a vacation. Rick and Brenda, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm a military guy, so leadership is so important for me, and I know good leadership. And of course, I've been with this leadership since 2004. But just at the same token, what's important for me is that the product works, you know, that the systems actually work. And that when I tell someone and I'm giving my word, I know they're going to have a good experience. And so if I'm telling someone about the Vortex and they book through the Vortex, they're going to save up to 60%. And I get a check of 60% of whatever they save. Now, I want to try those processes out. And of course, I have for a number of years, and they work. When I tell someone that every 7 folks that come into the business, you're paid $1,000 bonus. We've received more $1,000 bonuses than we can even count. It's like friends and family. And so the integrity of the leadership has been proven for me by the product.
Yes. And what I like too, Laura, is I like the whole little triple dip concept. Because, you know, folks have credit cards that they get reward credits on, and they have stores that they shop on that gives them different types of credit for shopping. And what's so great about having the membership, when you shop, we have all these stores on your membership. And you can use the credit card that you get a reward with. That's one dip. You can also go through your membership, get rewards on what you purchase, and that's another dip. And then what you're purchasing, the store gives you credit for. So you can pretty much have a triple dip, really turning this into something where you now can use your rewards that you have accumulated with your own personal business and use that to travel. So I know everybody is thinking, oh, travel, no. Listen, this too will pass. And before you know it, we're all going to be back doing the travel, taking care of our live list, doing all the things that we want to do. And now you have accumulated reward credits because you're going to still shop. A lot of people are online now because a lot of the stores have cleared out. So now you can go through your membership, go to your shopping, and we have all the stores there that you shop. Even if you buy, dog food or whatever, now you can do it and get reward credits. So I like to call it a triple dip. You get rewards for your credit card that you use, you get rewards for your travel business, your membership, and you get rewards for the store that you're working with. So I like to shop, so that really is exciting for me.
Laura, I also wanted to say the vision of the company, you're talking about the leadership, 10,000 financially free families by December 31st, 2020. And so that is the vision of our company. And so every home, especially nowadays, has to be tied into a vision. That's what you're going to keep your family together with, and to keep them all positive, to keep them moving forward. What is the vision of your family? And then if you can communicate that, or at least identify that with all your wife, your kids, and you're moving together in sync with a family vision, that's going to be so important. Over to you, Laura.
Yeah, and besides that, the part of our new vision too is to get that 768 million days unused vacation days down to zero. I mean, this company is truly a family. None of us are successful unless we help other people be successful. So it is always definitely a win-win, situation. That's what they've always kind of created for us. It's another thing I love about them. Glenn and Chantel, your thoughts?
Absolutely excited about the vision of the company. Definitely the building of like-minded individuals, families into a financial freedom has definitely been at the top of our mindset as entrepreneurs. Building generations of leaders, even family members. We have several family members in our business all across the world. So that's our legacy, that we're working with people who have like-mindedness. And when you leverage that with that comp plan, you can only win here. We're excited about sitting here looking at our friends. This is our family here. So we know these people, and we get to choose who we're going to spend our time with. And that's a big deal to me. Glenn?
This company, one of the reasons that we have been here for over 13 years and counting, is the integrity of the leadership and the mentorship that's being passed along, the culture. We've seen people come and go with ulterior motives, hidden agendas. We've seen them come and go. but the true heart of this company lies in the founders, which that culture has been passed along to us to pass along. We believe in impacting the generations to come. We are laying the path right now as we're speaking to you. What do you have in place for your generations to come? There's many things we can do with this opportunity, with access in the travel industry and the almost, I would say, unlimited fund that you can do for causes, for organizations, nonprofits. I mean, it doesn't matter. We have tools in place, and we have been on a mission to master this industry. And Rick and Brenda have really been instrumental in developing processes with that engineer brain of his to redirect the funds and the commissions earned in the travel industry to fund causes or organizations or your personal benefit. The corporate America model is, and you hear it every time, even when the bailouts came for the banks who had no intention for anyone, was that we owe it to our stockholders to earn the maximum profit. Well, a lot of times the greatest stockholders are themselves, and then they'll turn around and lay off the masses in return. This gets us, we are unplugged from the matrix. Now that should hit home for a lot. The motto of the founder, one of the chief visionary officer of this company is, if it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. That's what we live by. Back to you, Laura.
Exactly. We ran a little bit over our 30 minutes, but that's okay. I mean, we could go on forever about this company. We love what they have. We love what they do. There's so many different things you can do with this business. And I see we have some questions start to coming in. So, and definitely type your questions in. Anyone that wants more information about the company, you just simply go to surge365.com, and that will give you the background, the testimonials, will tell you everything about our founders, what we've been doing. But to me, it really is the perfect business. I mean, they have all the tools, everything in place for you. We have the mobile app that does marketing for you. It has the videos, quick couple of minute videos. They're not much longer than that unless you want to send them the whole presentation, but you can use your, mobile app to send them the videos. I love the TaxBot app. The tax benefits of working from home is huge. I mean, if you know our tax system, it is designed for the person that owns a small business. So, even if one of you is working a job, another one's working a home business, you use those and stuff to help, lower your taxes. So Sandy Botkin was an attorney for the IRS. He helped design the TaxBot app, and he also wrote a book, Lower Your Taxes Big Time. I suggest everybody gets that. It's less than $11 on Amazon, and read through that, because everything he tells you can write off and do, he refers to an IRS code to make sure that you're protected. I'm not an accountant. I'm not going to give you accounting advice. You definitely want to talk to your accountant. But I can tell you the tax benefits and what we do and being able to write off our travel is absolutely huge. The TaxBot app, I was going to pull out a report and show you, but, you put your expenses, it tracks your mileage, it does everything. You kick out an audit safe report at the end of the year. It has the pictures of all of your receipts. Hand it to your accountant, you're done. If you take that couple of minutes to, keep up with it, you're not spending those hours sifting through boxes of receipts or trying to find them all. Makes it very simple. But, you get to be your own boss. I love the unlimited potential income. The flexibility for me is huge, especially in a time like right now. My parents are in that age bracket. They're compromised and they can't go out to the store. I can still get out to the store for them if I need to and pick the stuff up and bring it to them. I'm not tied to anyone else's schedule but my own. I create my own schedule. We do have the proven success system, and it's a business that's open 24/7. So I really do believe there's no experience required either. I really do believe that this is the perfect business. Makes it very simple to learn and earn at the same time. You get free training, everything else. I will tell you, anyone that does want to get involved, please, you do definitely have to get back with any of us that invited you to this, because the only way to join is to know one of us personally. The company website will give you the overall information. I did see Melinda was wanting to know how to promote, working from home if you're not yet. There's a ton of platforms out there. I started this StreamYard.com because me as a business owner, when I do my own personal stuff, I can put my own logo, I can do whatever I want, I can record them, I can download it, I can put it up to your YouTube channel. If you have a Google account and you sign in, if you didn't know, YouTube's free, you got your own free channel. Start your own free channel, start promoting your links, use social media. I mean, it is huge. There's so many different platforms. Rick and Brenda, you want to talk about some of the platforms you're using?
Well, I was going to just say in response to Melinda's question is that, it's about other people and it's about the needs that they have. And so in promoting your business is identifying the needs that other people have and you having the tool to satisfy those needs. So whether you're still working on a job or whether you're working from home, is neither here nor there because it's about the other person. What are they looking for? Are they looking for to make more money, to save more money? It may be a business. We work with businesses to show them how to turn travel expenses into revenue, especially a lot of business nowadays is going to be pinching the penny. And so them using the Vortex for their employee travel, of course, brings money back into the organization. There's a lot of churches now that are totally online. And so people are not watching them when they give in the offering bucket.
Yeah.
So they're like, I may give or I may not give. And so those churches and nonprofit organizations are going to be hurting. And so imagine being able as a nonprofit or as a church to give out a free link to the entire congregation, to your entire membership base, where they can save or they can do some things from home and 60%, up to 60%, and then earning 60% of whatever they save coming back to the church, where they're making an intentional decision to support the church. They may not give, but at least they can use the line. So whether you're working from home or not, always think about the other person. And the most successful people will be the ones that are others oriented and finding out what they need and then filling that need.
And even though you're not working from home yet, that's your goal. Your goal is to be able to work from home. So you're starting your home-based business now. So when you're home in the evenings or on Saturdays, you're working your business because your goal is to eventually be able to let that 9 to 5 go and then be home where you could be working your business. So you might meet people who are already at that point where they can start working from home full time, but you yourself, that's your goal. My goal is to get home, work for myself, and then definitely the sky's the limit. Back to you, Laura.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I have a marketing platform and stuff that I can use as well. But we are all about building relationships. And like I said, I'm here to help people. I want people to live their best life, to live healthier lives. So it's always about the other person. Travel may not fit everybody, but it's going to fit somebody. So Glenn and Chantel, what are you doing right now?
Yes, we're definitely using social media. Actually, we're live right now out there on Facebook. So the people that are in your life, and if you look at Glenn and I, we're building a platform all the time. We're doing real life together. You see us out here running around, and people are like, you're having so much fun. How do you get all this time together? Well, we work from home. We've worked from home for years. And so we're intentionally out here showcasing, in particular, families. I want families to know that you can do this. Couples, you can do this. We run some businesses together, but we have really, really taken off with this one. I love that. I love when you look in our pictures, you see us running all over the country together. You see us with our children. We were a retired military family. So we're international. Our teams are international. So we use the social media, YouTube, several different platforms like that, where we can share with the people that are already connected to our lives.
Yes, we use every avenue, even in just talking to people. Usually, if you just hold a conversation or everywhere you go, once you're tuned in, it's all about travel or where the next trip is going to be or where it wants to be. So we just share information. We are not salesmen, sales folk. we share information for those who are like-minded. A wise person would take a look at what it is that we are doing if you want to be free. But I'm going to tell you that there are situations, we're in a time of change here in this new millennium. No, we're 20 years in, but things are shifting. There are business is not done as usual as it used to be done. They are automating, and this is not. Hey, this is you can Google any of this. Even people that are working Uber. I'm not here to try to frighten anyone, but you need to be informed. The trucks, even they have trucks that are going to drive themselves. And the traditional, if you go back and look at the history, things were happening for the benefit. You could make a decent living, a decent wage building automobiles, let's say, for instance. And what happened? There was a shift.
Right.
And it kind of ties into what we said before. Believe this, it's all about maximizing profits for that boss. It's not about you. And as soon as you are expendable, you are out. They'll shift to the sweatshop or wherever they can get it done, but eventually it's going to go to automation or robots or technology to replace you. So you need to be positioned to shift, to take advantage of that. The internet makes this so possible.
Yeah.
And just a few years ago, it didn't even exist. This is our lifetime. Look at the history of man. This is our lifetime. These are the tools that we have in our hands. So opportunity is knocking.
That is
Back
so
to you,
true,
Laura.
Glenn. That is so true. And just want to add to virtual will win out every time. And so now that we have access to the internet, don't feel that you have to go out and buy a lot of different streaming equipment, because right now Facebook Live, if you have a Facebook account, you can go live on Facebook. You can run one of the videos. You can run this video. You can show it to people and friends and family. So use the tools that are available to you. And once you start using those tools, you'll get more comfortable with them. And then you might want to venture out into invest in something else. But right now, Facebook Live, it's fun, it's easy, it's simple. Just play with it. And so what if you mess up and your face is sideways or whatever the case may be? We're all human. That makes it fun. And then you go out and do more and you get more comfortable with it. And if you have little kids around, teenagers around, grandkids around, give them their phone and tell them, show me how to do this. Because these kids, they don't even care about it. They'll go right there, show you how to go live. They'll even, and have fun with them. That's what's so great about this time where we're having to be home with a lot of people. Do things together. I know I like to play on TikTok, and that's a crazy little app for young kids. But you do dance routines together and just kind of connecting with people. You'll find that social media is not as scary as you think, but you have to just venture out and start using it. And also, I want to just reiterate again what Laura said. We're here to answer your questions. So if you want to type questions, you want to ask us questions, then go ahead and do that, because that's what we're getting ready to do for the next 20 minutes.
You know, there's a new career field, and you mentioned virtual will always win out. There's a new career field. You can Google it, virtual assistant, where you can become a virtual assistant. And what a virtual assistant is, many of these companies out there are outsourcing things they don't want to do, like travel, research, and planning. Business has to continue to travel. And so with the tool that Surge provides, and with every area that it provides you access to the industry, you can actually market yourself working from home as a virtual assistant. When you get a chance, Google virtual assistant, Google companies who are looking for virtual assistant. And that's something you can do from home. One other thing is, and how I used to use the travel industry, I used to teach, I was invited in to teach a second grade class and to dream in travel. And we called it educational travel. And we actually had the class sit down and we had the booking engine up top, and we showed them how to book flights, how to book rent cars. And we had to get a van and we took them to the, we rented a van. This is all virtual, and they're sitting in their seats in class. And we were going to the Washington, D.C. Zoo. And so we went through a whole virtual trip, including a map picture of the United States with the animation plane flying, arc flying from Atlanta to Washington, D.C. And the kids thought they were actually on a plane. We got them off, we got them into a van, and we actually went to the zoo, and I had pictures of animals come up. And so the kids were calling out the animals as what is this? And they were calling them out. You would have thought they were there. And at the end of it, we did the reverse, and they were so sad to get home. That's an exercise you can do with your children at home. Over to you, Laura.
Yeah, and that was virtual. Cindy and I just actually came back from there in real time about a month ago. So at least they didn't have to deal with the traffic and still enjoy themselves. That's cool. But yeah, there is a lot of free services out there. You don't necessarily have to pay for it. That there's all kinds of ways to get your business out there. You just have to work with it. It took me a little while to learn StreamYard and how to do interviews with people or how to put up slides, but their support and their help is great. They'll chat with you through Messenger. So yeah, a ton of things you just definitely want to dig into. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be free to get it out there. Mariano, what kind of things are you doing to get your business out there or using?
Well, I'm primarily a Facebook person, and also dabbling into some of the other ones because, I know I need to expand my exposure. But I wanted to say a couple of words in Spanish for the Spanish-speaking audience that we might have, porque es importante que ustedes saben que tenemos una oportunidad igualmente con las otras personas que viven aquí en el mundo. Y esta oportunidad lo pueden usar para las otras personas que son latinos, que necesitan los servicios que nosotros usamos todo el tiempo. Pero es una gran oportunidad para ustedes también. Y les quiero invitar para conocer más qué es que nosotros hacemos, porque es una oportunidad increíble. So anyway, besides, reaching out to the Latin American community, there's other cultures that we love to expose our business to, because again, everybody travels. And I think one of the great features of our websites is that you can convert them to many different languages and many different currencies. So it's a tool that we can use worldwide, especially for those people that need, to have it in their language or in their currency. So, but again, I also try to, hook up with other networks of people that I have, common interests with, whether it's veterans or, car club people and that kind of thing. Back to you.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen any more questions come in yet. We've run about out of time. We didn't want to go past noon. We got about 13 more minutes. So right now, I just like to, I'll start with Rick and Brenda. What are some parting thoughts that you'd like to leave people with before we get off today?
Well, I just want to say to Mariano, bueno, on what you said to everyone. And that's what's so...
Just a regular word.
No, bueno. Mariano, you know what I'm talking about. But, that's what's so great about our company. And we're all friends. And it's about laughing and having fun because this too will pass. We would love for everyone to decide if they want to join us. People who are in our team, if you want to jump on and you want to participate in the panel, you're more welcome to. You can get it out to folks that people you know. And there's a lot of questions that people have, and we're here to answer them. We're here to show you how easy it is to work it. The bottom line is that you just have to do it. You have to be determined. You have to be relentless. And like Glenn said earlier, this is the time where millionaires are made. And they're made because people are stepping out of their comfort zone. People are doing things that they normally would not do. And that's what will happen. You can't sit back and just dwell on it and be sad and miserable. Step out there. Find out what you can do. Connect with people, direct messaging, what is that? If you want to do on the gram, if you want to do on Twitter, if you want to do something on LinkedIn, all of these sites are free. And all you have to do is just get on there and say hi to people. Folks you haven't talked to in a minute. What are you doing now that you're staying at home? Well, I've decided that I want to be a Bellagio specialist. And they might say, why do you want it? Bellagio's closed. Bellagio's not going to stay closed, believe you me. And you want to be able to step in there, because when this ban is lifted, those hotels are going to be sending out some great deals for their folks who are members, because they want to get things up and running. So you'll probably be able, I know you will. You'll be able to visit all these places for pennies on a dollar. I'm telling you, it's going to be just that fun and that simple. So decide what you want to learn, what you want to become a specialist. We have a program with Princess where you can become a Commodore. And I don't start with they're not cruising. They're not cruising now, but they will cruise again. Our government is going to bail out the cruise industry. They're going to bail out the airlines, and we will be up and running before you know it. All you have to do is take this time, be steadfast, be determined, learn, educate yourself, and watch how things begin to unfold. Focus on the positive. Focus on what you're going to be doing next year. Don't just dwell on where you are now. Start dreaming on where you want to go, how you want to go. A great exercise you can do with your family. Instead of sitting there, zoning out on television, let's start dreaming together. What's a great place you can go? And I know when your kid responds, great place would be out of this house with you, not with you. Okay, that's okay. But then ask them, since that a great place would be out of the house, where would you want to go? So if you continue to just, be innovative and think of different things, and because before you know it, we're all going to be back with our routine. It might be a little different, but we will all still be traveling.
You can't ban fun.
Yes, right.
It's no fun.
Yeah.
And we get paid for fun, whether that's a staycation, whether that's a road trip, whether that's let's walk to the park. Like you said, the tax benefits are huge. And one of the things that a person is in business for themselves, but they're not by themselves. So we have a whole support system. If you've never ventured out into business before, we have a whole support training system. And we're, like Laura said, we're one big family. Mm-hmm. And you may have heard of the concept called the co-ops. Co-op is a really good concept where people are coming together, they're binding together, and making sure that all boats rise. That's one of the things I love about the family that we have. As a co-op, we're sharing information. Mm-hmm. A lot of people will not venture out and do different things because they don't want to be by themselves. But when you can do it with a group, and it's going to be so important, I believe, nowadays, because it's almost like everything they're doing is to isolate us.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's going to be so important that you bind together with someone, not just to have fun, not just to do things that are not productive, but to bring income in. Yeah. I think the people that are going to really, really prosper and thrive during this period are the ones that will have tools. What we're sharing with you today is nothing more than a tool. Now, it's a fun tool, but it's nothing more than a tool. If you don't have a tool, you're just sitting there and you're just vegging out on news. Limit the amount of news that you get. Right. CNN, constant negative news is not a good thing. But we're here to bring some joy to your life, to bring some money into your home. Thank you, Laura.
Yeah, like Brenda said, they're still open for business. I was on the Princess webinar the other day, and they said, we are still open for business. They plan on sailing again May 11th, and they are taking care of their people. If they had a cruise that was canceled between now and May 10th, they have two options. They can get a 225% return on their cruise. So say you spent $2,000 on the basic cruise without the taxes and fees, they're giving you a $4,500 credit cruise here for the future when they go. So you can either go longer, upgrade your suite. Option two, they're going to refund your money in full if you had a $2,000 cruise, and you're still going to have a $4,000 credit for a future cruise. They take care of us. I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Let me say again, Laura, we have an industry, $8.3 trillion industry, largest industry on the planet, where we don't have to maintain inventory, fleet of 747s, cruise ships, but we have some of the most powerful folks in the industry that are working to get back to do what they do, to fly, to cruise. We don't have to do that. You know, our job is really just to build the mechanism of distribution of the travel product and build those teams. But it's so cool when you've got powerful folks in the industry that are trying to get through this whole crisis. We don't have to do that. Now, imagine if we had to do that. We would be sunk. But all we got to do is actually just come together and build a group. But they're working it on our behalf. Yes. Lord.
Yeah, even our own company is working it on our own behalf with all the reservation cancellations. You know, you don't have to do anything. They're taking care of it. They're either getting you your money back or getting you the reward credits in an equal value. So we've only got about 5 minutes left. Mariano, what are some parting words that you have for us?
Well, I would tell people to, again, think beyond today, because just like everybody's saying, you know, things are going to get back to normal in a relatively short period of time. And, you know, we'll be looking at this in the rearview mirror and understand, or, you know, maybe not thinking about what we should have been doing to get ready for what's about to happen. But, yeah, I just want to say, you know, continue looking forward, keep improving yourself, either through the endless amount of training that we've got available to us for free, because there's really more training that you can do in a lifetime that we have access to. But, yeah, just stay positive and keep on doing what you got to do.
Absolutely. Glenn and Chantel.
Yes, we would say, I would say, stay focused on the main thing. Keep on dreaming. Take some time and create your vision board. This is, you can't see it, but it's there. You can see some of it, but we're serious about this. You see, we're building entrepreneurs, working from home. It says, I used to work for others, but now I work for myself. Perfect that which concerns you, which means put time into yourself. In the downtime, perfect yourself, pour into yourself, become better. All right, over to Glenn.
You know, the benefits we get, Expedia was started for $17 billion, and they spend like $1 million a week to run it. We don't, like Rick said, we don't have to worry about any of that minimum investment to get involved. You can start part-time. I mean, you're already, a lot of us that are watching right now have extra time on your hands. What are you going to do with it? You can start this part-time. It's totally up to you. You have access to all the training. Like Laura said, travel agents spend big dollars just to get a license to go to the school, a lot of out-of-pocket expenses before they make a dime. Here you can earn while you learn. It's up to you what your passion is. Create that bucket list. The membership makes it affordable. You can travel for pennies on the dollar. The tax benefits are out of this world. And when we first got started in 2007, I had a bumper crop year. I was a realtor at the time, and I sold a lot of houses. And guess what? Uncle Sam came knocking on my door. And because we had positioned ourselves and educated ourselves and followed the leadership on how to take advantage of the tax benefits for home-based, but especially travel industry business, we received a return from the IRS that would have cost us a lot of money, let's say. So position yourself, additional income. We could go on and on, but you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. But you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Back to you, Laura.
Thank you, Glenn. That is so true. I love all that. But, I will tell you, a lot of people are learning very quickly right now to shift to the internet. Facebook has, a lot of people have set up support groups, support pages to help people deal with it. I can tell you our friends from Latigo that were supposed to play at Cowboys this weekend, them and Misfire are going to be streaming live tonight on Facebook. So they're going to entertain you still, but, it's just a different way, of living. But, it's things that still, you want to stay connected. You want to stay positive. That is the most important thing. And we are all here to help. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight or today. Like I said, if there's more questions that you have, please get in contact with any of us that are on here. Get your questions answered, or even just reach out and have somebody, if you need someone to help lift you up or talk you through something, you know, we're here for you. We are all about building relationships and helping this grow. And a lot of you have a lot of skills you may not be aware of. Now's the time to find them skills, hone them, create your plan B, and start a whole new plan, because don't know what's going to happen when it comes in the future. Some of you may have jobs to go back to, some of you may not. So why sit and wait? Hone those skills now. But I do want to thank you guys for joining us today. Appreciate your time. And like I said, get back to one of us, and we'll be seeing you. Thank you.